You.
I can hear you. Denard.
Worst day of the week. Worst day of the week is all the way live. Get my kids off of there, girl. What's wrong with you? Oh, worst day of the week. We all the way live. Welcome to the show. This is the worst day of the week. I am your host, Denard Andre, and I have some very special guests for you today. I'm so happy to be here. Worst day of the week is here for you each and every Monday, live at 7 o'clock p.m., live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You make sure you check out Worst Day of the Week. Please make sure that you are liking and sharing the video. Please like and share the video. We want to make sure that we are here for you each and every Monday. We're going to try to be live for y'all every Monday at 7. All you got to do is like and share the video so that your friends can see it, so that everybody can see it, and we can continue to be here for you. Like I said, I got some really special guests today. We're going to start the show off with the news that you can use. You know, the news you can use, we bring it to you. Yes. All right, now, producer, you on it. That's my shout out to Damari and Wade on the beat for the news that you can use. He provided those beats. All right, producer. I know you like the beat. Okay, we got it. Shouts out to Damari and Wade for that. Really, really awesome. And so, news you can use is not what I say. You know, it's very important. That you watch the news, that you pay attention to what's going on in your community, what's going on in your town, your city, around you, you know, to make sure that you are paying attention and that you are watching the news. And so my news you can use today is watch the damn news. You need to watch the news. I ain't going to be reporting the news to you every week. I ain't got time for that. I have to look that stuff up. I got to watch the news. Okay. So watch the news. Make sure that you watch the news. That's the news you can use for today. Okay, so y'all, it's been a Monday. It was almost the worst day of the week. No, I'm just kidding. It was really a good Monday. My mama probably didn't notice, but I probably called her a little more than often today. I got my shirt on because I want to represent my favorite fan, my number one supporter, which is my mama. So, yep. Debbie's son since 1984. Yes, I got my shirt on. So shouts out to my biggest fan, which is my mama. The reason that I was really, you know, I was like, my mom is she always got my back. She always in my corner. You know, and my dad, he called me today, and I was like, you know, when my phone rang, I was like, yes, my dad called. You know, I get to see talk to my dad. You know, that's not often that he's gonna call my phone, and so I pick up the phone. And he says, hey, I was just calling you to, see how you was doing. And then he started asking me a question in regards to the type of work I do, which is property management. And then he was gone. So he wasn't calling to check on me. And then, I didn't make a big fuss about it. And then he called me again. And he said, oh, I took care of it. That's all I wanted. That's all he wanted. Make it a habit to love on your children. A lot of the times, you don't necessarily love on them the way that they require, give them the attention that they need. So just make sure that you are loving on your children, loving on your people, and make sure you're loving on your parents. I love my mama, that's for sure. Shouts out to my daddy. All right, y'all, we're going to get into the show right now. We're going to have our very, very, very first guest. I'm so excited to welcome this young lady to the show. She's a beautiful young lady. I've known her a long time without knowing her a long time. We went to 5th and 6th grade together, but that was it. So I know her a long, long time. Y'all, welcome to the show. Attorney Vonda Bailey Shaw. Attorney Vonda Bailey Shaw. Welcome her to the show. Hey, Vonda.
How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm doing great. Turn up the over. Yeah. USB. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, she can hear us just fine. I can't hear you. I'm having some trouble over here. Let me get this together. Oh, turn up the last. The last one. No, all of these on this side. That ain't a mic. Everything that's not a mic, turn it up. Yeah. All right. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, now I can hear you. Thank you so much, producer. My producer's working hard over here, Miss Vonda. They is working hard. Welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. You know, it's always a pleasure to have somebody as beautiful as you on the show and as wonderful
Thank
as you.
you.
Tell us a little bit about how long you've been practicing law. You know, you're an attorney. How long have you been practicing?
I've been practicing law 6 years now. It will be 7 years in June. And I practice exclusively
You practice exclusively what now?
in the area of family law.
Oh, right now. So that means that when they ain't paid their child support, then you up there. Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds good. That's some awesome, good stories. You never know what the day is gonna take on for you.
That's so true.
That's really, really awesome. So tell me, you know, you've been practicing law 6 years. Where did you go to school?
High school, I went to Carter High School, of course.
Now, Cowboys.
Yes, Carter Cowboys, proud alumni here.
Yes.
And prior to that, I attended the local schools in Oak Cliff. I went to T.G. Terry first, and then I transferred to Adele Turner, and then after that, attended Atwell. And then, like I said, Carter for high school. After I graduated high school, I attended Mountain View College to get, you know, the basics out of the way because it's a lot cheaper. And then I went to the University of Texas at Arlington, completed both my bachelor and my master's degrees there. And then I matriculated into the Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Houston, Texas.
Now. Wow. So you went to school quite a while, you know, to
I did.
That is amazing. You know, I don't think I would. That was my dream job. You know, when I was a little teeny tiny tot, I always wanted to be an attorney, and I just knew that that's what I was going to do. But child, I didn't.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. It's not. You're right. It's not too late. But I gave up on that dream. That's amazing that you did not. And so you have a very, very beautiful family. How is it practicing law? And because I know that keeps you really, really busy, and being a wife and being a mother. How do you juggle all of that?
You know, it's a balance. I can't say that it's easy any percent of the time, right? But I just try to do my best in maintaining that work-life balance. Literally before I got on here, I worked out and cooked dinner right before we started. So you know, time management is very important. I live off of 2 calendars. So I plan my day ahead of time just to make sure that I get most of the things done, not all of them, but I definitely make sure that I carve out time every day during the week to spend time with my family.
Wow, that's amazing. Such a, like I said, really, really beautiful family that you have.
Thank you.
So it's you're Dallas born and raised. Do you get like a lot of calls like from your friends, you know, because we're adults now, you know, and so we get calls like from your friends like, girl, I need your help. Do you get those type of situations a lot, or how do you get your clients? What's your client base?
For the most part, it's word of mouth. Social media had a lot to do with the influx in clientele, and then of course being from Dallas. Yes. So more so now it's word of mouth, and yes, I do get those calls like, you know, yes. I need you, Vonda. I need you. I need you to help me with this situation. And you know, it's a rewarding feeling. I will say, especially like how you and I went to elementary school together. You know, to receive those phone calls and people confide in you, they trust you obviously, and they know that you're going to do a good job, because there are a number of attorneys in Dallas that they could call. Yes. But the fact that they reach back to those grassroots and come to me, I really appreciate it.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I'm glad you talked about that because I saw on your page that you do criminal law. Went on your website and you have your main practice is family law, but you do dabble in the little criminal law as well, right? Because I got the parking tickets I need.
I mean, I can refer you to a great attorney that does criminal law. I used to do traffic tickets. I don't do them anymore. But I can definitely give you a referral for someone who can get those taken care of for you.
I'm gonna be looking for it because I'm still taking back streets, so I'm trying to get from taking them back streets.
We can definitely sort that out for you.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your show, Support Court with Vonda B.
Support, you notice I lit up with that, right? Like I love Support Court. Like literally, I remember it was 2017, New Year's Eve, and I was watching Divorce Court came on first. And then after Divorce Court came on, this show called Couples Court came on. And I was like, what is this? I've never heard of Couples Court. So I saw the two judges were husband and wife, and they were literally talking to couples in their court. So I said, why hasn't anyone done a show about child support? Child support is one of the most controversial areas of the law. People talk about it all day. You see it on social media, you know, my baby mama this, my baby daddy that. So, you know, I was like, I have to create a show for this. So I reached out to some friends. At the time, I was doing a lot of advertising with Spectrum. And I was like, hey, I have this idea. What do you guys think? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So I ended up starting out part of the show filming with Spectrum. And then I ended up going to new producers because I wanted to pour back into the up and coming producers. So, I love that picture. So I reached out to a friend of mine. He put me in contact with the young man that does his videography. They're young. They're like in their early 20s. So I thought that was so neat that these are young, up and coming, you know, videographers. I'm like, you know, those are the type of people I want on my team. Someone where we can grow together and build this show together. So we love Support Court. Those situations are based on real situations that I've experienced personally with some of my cases, as well as cases that I've watched in court. And the purpose of it was to educate people about the child support laws in Texas, because a lot of people don't really understand a lot of how it works. So when I need to play out the different fact scenarios, people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it worked like that. And I'm like, that's the reason I made the show. And, you know, for some people, everybody can't afford an attorney, right?
That's true.
So I felt like doing that show would also give them free tips, essentially. So, you know, if this was your situation and you wanted to pursue this in court on your own, these are some of the things the judge would be looking for when you go into court to represent yourself. So it's been a real success.
That's amazing. I see your views. They be up in the hundreds of thousands. I said, look at Judge Vonda Bailey on the TV. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. And I like what you said. You know, you're pouring back into the community, the young people that you're growing with, that are growing with you, and they have the potential to go very, very far. And then you're giving out that free information, giving the game away for free, which people hate when you do, because they be so mad that you're entrusting people with good information, and that you're giving it away, and then they over there selling everything that they know, you know, trying to get a quick dollar or a quick buck, you know, and you're giving it away for free. That's absolutely wonderful. I applaud you on that. That's absolutely amazing. Yes. So let me. I had another question for you. I had another question. Oh my goodness. Yes. Come on, Andre. Yes, you mentioned that you like your Dallas clients. You're here. You're from the city. A lot of people can't afford an attorney. Are there any things that you do to help people to be able to afford your services?
There are a couple of different things I do. For the most part, when people call me, some people know what legal services cost, because just like, we're consumers. When we go to the store, if we go to one store and see something for this price and we want a better deal, we go to another store. So it's no different with someone looking for an attorney. So what I try to do is just be honest with people. Like, look, this is what you need. I don't recommend you do this on your own. However, if you're going to do it on your own, I would at least like for you to make sure you're doing it correctly. Yes. I will give people the website to go to, the Texas forms, to fill out their own forms. Tell them to download it, make sure they understand what they're doing. And if for any reason, while they're in the process, if they get stuck or something like that, they can come back and pay another consultation. And then depending on where they're at in the litigation process, I can tell them, this is what you need to do next. These are the things you need to make sure you file in court. Because for most people, in my opinion, in my experience, it's far more inexpensive to do it that way than to pay an attorney, hey, a $10,000 retainer. You know, on your consultation fees, you may come out of maybe $1,500, maybe $2,000.
Wow. That's
get it done. What did he say?
I said that's much more affordable.
I mean, I don't want people to think that it's something that's just relatively inexpensive, because it's not. It's not. You get what you pay for, right? So I try to, my contribution back to the community is to do just that. I mean, we had student loans, right? we had bills just like everyone else. So I just can't go up and give all the legal advice for free or anything like that. So I try to do my best to make sure that I make it somewhat reasonable for people. And if people say, well, I want to file, in the beginning on my own, and I decide to come hire you later, what is something we can do? Well, we can try to do a mediation. A mediation is far less expensive than going to litigation. So again, versus paying that $10,000, you might spend about $2,000, maybe even less, depending on how much is needed on your case in mediation. So I like to do things like that. And again, support court is an excellent resource for child support, because I not only give people those scenarios at the end of that show, I explain to them the importance of what it was that they needed to see in that scenario. And I'm literally reciting the Texas Family Code to them. So those are just some of the things that I do. And I mean, I do speaking engagements all the time. I love Career Day because the kids ask such good questions. And then some of their teachers end up having personal situations. And they're like, hey, can I talk to you after you finish this? And I mean, I'm not charging you to do it. You might as well ask me the question. Wow. So, I have all this wealth of knowledge. So I feel like as a Christian and as a member of the community, I have a duty to do some of those things.
Wonderful. That's absolutely beautiful, Vonda. You are absolutely amazing. Where is your law office so people can know where in Dallas they can find you?
I am located in Duncanville. It's 150 East Highway 67, Suite 204. Like I said, it's in Duncanville, right off of 67 and Main Street. Because of COVID, I'm not in the office. I work remotely, but my office staff, they go in every now and then. I don't let them just sit in there like they used to, because my office staff is my mom and my sister. So it's literally a family law business.
Very safe.
So I want to make sure that the people who I care about the most are safe, as well as myself.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful. You said this is a family law practice. You practice family law, and then your family is a part of your organization, your business, your firm. What kind of joy does that bring you, having the people who have been there for you and with you? What is it like having them there to work with them every day?
It's a feeling that I can hardly put into words. It's beautiful.
Yes.
My mom worked for the district clerk's office in Dallas County. She was a supervisor, and she had a couple of years left to retire. Mm-hmm. And I told her I'll retire her early. I said, but I need your help. that meant the world to me to have my mom come in because, you're close with your mom. So nobody is going to question your mom. When your mom called to collect those bills, nobody is going to get an attitude. They're going to say, okay, mama. And they're going to do it. From my experience, people do I can't say people just do wrong by me, right? Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I get a more positive response because my family is there. And they see that cohesiveness, that family unit. So most people that come in, they're under a lot of stress and things of that nature. So when they see that family unit, it's like, okay, this is somebody who cares about my situation and who's going to be diligent on my case. So it works.
That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Vonda, for coming on to the show and being my special guest. It is always, like I said, thank you. It's always good to talk to young, positive role models and influencers. And thank you so much. I really enjoyed speaking with you. And I hope I don't need you one day. It's real funny. One of my friends, I ain't gonna say her name, I ain't gonna say Morgan's name, but they had to put me on child support one time. My mama called me and said, you got some child support papers. I say, for where? I ain't even put the PD in the wheel. So it was a big old mess, child. I don't know I think the girl was on. I think the girl was doing something she had no business, Anyway, thank you so much, Vonda, for coming on to the show. Oh, my producers would like for you to repeat your address and phone number over at the law firm.
Sure. My address,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. The physical address is 150 East Highway 67, Suite 204. That's in Duncanville, Texas, 75137. And the office numbers, you can reach us at 972-913-4933 or 214-732-9429.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And right now, you're not in the office because of COVID.
Right.
So the best way to reach you is by phone or on your website, by email or something?
Yes, email and phone are the easiest ways. That second number that I gave, the 214 number, that's actually a business cell phone.
Okay.
So you can text that as well.
Oh, awesome. That's fantastic. So you can text that number. That's good. So if everybody watching, if y'all need some help in the child support court and all of that, and make sure you get the best judge, family law attorney in Dallas, and that's going to be Vonda Bailey Shaw. Thank you so much, Vonda.
Thank you.
You too. My producer, you amazing producer. She moved fast. Oh my goodness. I like my new producer. I don't like her in real life, but on the show, she the bomb. Y'all, that was such an amazing, wonderful time that I just had with attorney Vonda Bailey Shaw. So happy that she was able to join us on today, y'all. I got some amazing sponsors for today's show, and I'm about to show you something, y'all. I'm about to show you something for one of my sponsors, and then I'm going to have a commercial, and I'm going to come back with Reginald Marshall. He's going to be right on, y'all. He's going to be here in a second, but let me tell you something. I love my dear friend now, y'all. Don't put it up yet, producer. I'll let you know when to put it up. But my friend, y'all, see, I got the inside connection. Like I get stuff before other people get stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so my friend over, I just love me some Dane over at Curvy Slayer Collection. She is one of the sponsors. If you would like to sponsor a show, a Worst Day of the Week show, guess how much it costs? Guess how much it is? It's just $25. All you got to do is send $25. I'll make you a video or I'll post your pictures and everybody will be able to see them. So if you like to showcase your talent, your work, your product, anything like that on Worst Day of the Week live with Denard Andre, then you can do so. But y'all, I got the good stuff. That's already there, producer. I got the good stuff. Go to it, producer. I got to show these people. This ain't came out yet. Curvy Slayer Collection. She got some new stuff in, y'all. Y'all got to get this. I'm telling you, look at that. Ooh, and my mama probably gonna ask me to get this next one. I ain't getting her nothing. She always wants something. goodness, y'all make sure. And this is Dana Dane herself. This is the owner, the founder of Curvy Slayer Collection. Let me tell you something. If you don't have no curves, you can still shop at Curvy Slayer Collection, but it's really for the girls with the curves now, y'all. She do got accessories and things like that, for all you skinny girls. But this is really for the girls with the curves. Girls with the curves. See that, right? Y'all make sure that y'all check out Dana Dane from CurvySlayerCollection.com. That's curvy with 2 Y's. There's 2 Y's on the curvy. You got to make sure that you do that. And it's only $25 to post your ad on the show, y'all, and everybody go see it. I'm trying to tell you, this stuff ain't even came out yet. I just showed y'all something that ain't even out. So y'all make sure y'all go to curvy with 2 Y's, SlayerCollection.com. And this ain't on there yet. This come out on Friday, but you can find something else. But this ain't on there yet because I got the inside scoop. I got the I got the inside connection. Did she put her size up there? Oh. She said she like them all. She ain't get none of that. All right, y'all. We're gonna play this commercial from our producer. One of our sponsors for today, and then we're gonna be right back. All right, y'all, we back and we live. Y'all still trying to see the Curvy Slayer. Welcome, my very special guest to the show, Reginald Marshall. How you doing, Mr. Marshall?
I'm great.
Oh, awesome. That's fantastic. So happy to have you here. Y'all, this is Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall, tell us all about the tax office. I know I put it out there. I know they're going to have a bunch of questions for you, but tell us a little bit about the Marshall Group and what the Marshall Group offers.
Well, the Marshall Group has been around, I guess, it's been more than 10 years. Mm-hmm. We've been in our same location. We're going on our 7th year where we are now.
Oh, wow. Has it been that long?
It's been
7 years.
Yeah. And originally I started in the Arlington area, mm-hmm. and then we moved to the Mesquite area. Now we're in the PG area. And we pretty much specialize in getting people the maximum amount legal.
Okay.
Legal.
You got to say that.
Legal. A maximum amount of tax refunds. We go through a lot of training throughout the whole year, mm-hmm. so that we can be ready to go with the each and every upcoming year.
You said training throughout the year. Well, how much training does a tax preparer have to do? Not a regular tax preparer.
Well, I mean, we are required. Well, depending on what level you are, we are required to take about 18 mm-hmm. Credit hours mm-hmm. In order to be what we call certified.
Yes.
So at least the minimum is 18 mm-hmm. hours. Usually, a tax preparer will go beyond that 18 hours.
Yes.
So. Some don't. Some
try to go beyond.
Some don't. Some do.
Yes. Okay. And so, okay, you have to do lots of training. and all of that. How many times do you have to tell a person about their tax return? How often does a person call you about their tax return once you filed it?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Unless you curse them out real good. And then that's every other day. Well, yeah, it's on a regular basis. I mean, it's people need to understand that when you file your tax return and you have a dependent on your tax return, if you file your tax return like in January or early February, there is a law that the IRS holds your tax return till at least February the 15th. And what they're doing is checking to make sure that all the credits that were put on your return are justified.
Yes.
So it could be more than 2 weeks before you actually get your return.
But they're gonna still be calling you every 5 minutes.
Well, yeah. Only if you answer the phone. Yeah, but yeah. And this particular season is a little bit unique because of the fact that the IRS is not accepting tax returns until February the 12th, and the law expires on the 15th. So we're not really sure how that is actually going to work out this year. But we do thinking that the IRS is still going to hold those particular tax returns until more like the end of February or even into the first week of March. So, and it's, once we send the returns off, it's not up to us.
Yes.
It's up to the IRS.
Right. So you don't work at the IRS.
No.
What?
No.
People really be thinking that. That as a tax preparer or a tax professional, that you work at the IRS and you know what's going on with their taxes.
No.
You know what's and that's not the case.
The thing is, once we do our due diligence and go through the return and finish the tax return and everything like that and send it off, it's up to the IRS. And we hope that what you have provided the tax preparer is everything that we need. Sometimes people choose to hold back a W-2.
Yes.
Or turn in a fake W-2. Those days are over.
Yes.
Those days are over.
Over.
And they're gonna get caught. They're gonna get caught. And it's not, it's not our fault. My whole thing is be honest with your tax preparer.
Yes. And
we can still work the numbers to where you will be happy. Just don't turn in fake stuff or hide stuff from us.
Yes.
Just be honest with us, and we'll, so that you can get a return in a decent amount of time.
Yes, as opposed to lying, voluntary lies.
Yeah.
What is the number one question that people typically ask you in regards to their stimulus check?
Well, the stimulus check, when am I gonna get my money? That's the main thing.
When I'm gonna get my money?
When my money's coming? Do you have my check at the office? All those questions.
Yes.
All those. Where is my money? I'm coming up there to get my money. All those. But I will say this about the stimulus check. Now, the first stimulus check was a mess. And then the second stimulus check was even more of a mess. And they're telling people that your check was deposited on the 4th or was mailed on the 6th. Those particular checks just started going out last week, late last week. Some people started receiving their checks around Wednesday, from what I heard. And some people just started getting some of those checks on today. And today is the 25th. It doesn't take 3 weeks for you to get a government check. It takes you like 3 days. So I know that the IRS made a mistake by telling these people that their checks were mailed or whatever. And that wasn't particularly the case. And then there's another mistake that they made. They sent some of the monies to our banks. And people need to understand our banks are not regular banks. Our banks are people that regulate our fees.
You're talking about tax banks.
Our tax banks, they regulate our fees. It's not a Chase Bank or a Bank of America. They actually regulate and watch what we're doing, because before there were people that were gouging, their people charging $2,000 and $3,000.
Yes.
Well, they put limits on how much we can charge. And the IRS sent some of the stimulus checks to our banks. And we are a tax preparation office. We're not a stimulus office. So our banks, some of our banks sent the checks back. Well, they couldn't. The IRS couldn't figure everything out. So they then just recently, today, they sent some of my clients' money to my bank, and we are working through that and trying to figure out how we want to distribute it. Either or is our office going to be able to print a check, or they're going to get direct deposit, or if our bank is going to just we're just going to mail out a check. So we're still working on that.
Okay.
What people are thinking is that our money, we ran off with a lot of people's money.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. That's not the case. I'm in the office, 6-7 days a week.
Yes.
And if I if I took your money, I'm not gonna be there.
True that.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just not gonna be there. So I wouldn't need to be there.
Yeah.
So we're working through that. So I have a list of. I got over 4 pages of mistakes that the IRS made that we're trying to figure out. And I just stumbled on this morning.
Yeah.
And all I can do is just shake my head.
What is going to be different about this tax season from any other tax season because of COVID-19 and trying to stay safe?
Well, first of all, the IRS is always behind. That's first of all. And then when COVID hit back in March, they closed some of their offices, which made them even further behind. So we are expecting a very slow and long season. So if we have to mail in something to the IRS because of something that a person left off their tax return, then it's going to be a very long time before they actually get their money. A very, very long time.
Yes.
And I've been doing taxes for over 10, 15 years on a professional level. And they lost my tax return.
Yeah.
They told me they lost my tax, my tax returns. So I mean, I'm in the system as a tax professional. So if they lose my stuff or haven't processed my stuff, then I don't think they should expect anybody else should. That just gives me an indication what to expect. Now, for us in the office, what we do, of course, we have these sneeze cards and stuff like that. But you have an option. You can upload your information from our website. You can fax your information into us. You can go to our app and upload all your information to our app.
Okay.
Or you can actually come into the office if you want to.
And that's by appointment only.
We prefer appointments, but we do take walk-ins.
Okay.
But we prefer appointments.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to get seen by a certain time, if you don't want to wait, then an appointment is necessary.
Fantastic. And so you're in Pleasant Grove. You got these crazy Pleasant Grove stories from the tax office. Ain't nobody tried to beat you up or nothing.
Well. I did have a tax person who's all on. I can't cuss on if my pastor's watching.
You can't cuss if your pastor's watching. Okay.
Well, I mean, I did have one to come to call and talk about his stimulus.
Yes.
He said my stimulus check is at your office. And I said, no, it's not. He said, I'm gonna come up there and get my money. And I told him, I said, you gonna come up here and get your ass whooped. Lord, I hope the pastor's not watching. Lord,
Did he come get his money?
No, the money ain't there. He could have came up there. No, but you know what the thing is? I got to call him and apologize to him.
Okay.
Because his name is on the list of what I saw today. So I mean, I do have. So his money, I don't know where his money is, but I do know that his money is going. It's between.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh my God, my mother just.
That's your sister that did that.
No, my mother's on that too.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
You in trouble now.
Oh, here we go.
Did any of the viewers post any text questions, producer? No text questions. So I guess they don't have any questions for you. I guess they know all of the laws and everything that they need to know. If you're looking for a good tax preparer, then make sure that you go over to the Marshall Group Tax Office at 6155 Samuel Boulevard. That's Suite 180. And that is in Dallas, Texas, 75228. I knew it was something, 75228. And they are accepting walk-ins, and they are taking appointments. And so you can do that. You got something, producer?
Do you think the stimulus check will affect us getting our taxes back?
Oh, you had a question.
Well, the question: do you think that the stimulus checks will affect getting the stimulus checks? Well, here is the situation on the stimulus checks. Okay, so we're filing tax returns right now, particularly for those who wants to get an advance. We give advances up to $6,000. Now, originally the IRS said if you did not have your stimulus checks by January the 15th, then just add that to your tax return. But what is happening now is that the IRS did not issue those payments until like last week. So some of the monies that we some of the returns that we did, we added the stimulus check on it because the clients did not have it. What we're thinking is that they're going to hold up those particular tax returns and take their stimulus money back from the client. So yes, there's a possibility that it could hold up your tax return.
Wow, that's amazing. I hope that don't happen to my return.
Well, if your stimulus money is not added to the return, then if your return is being held up, it's not going to be because of the stimulus.
Okay,
it's going to be held up because of.
But that is something that you can be able to add. If you did not get your first or second stimulus check, that can be added to the return.
Yeah, it can be added to your tax return for your 2020 tax return. And if you do not have, if you for those who are on Social Security or disability that don't normally file a tax return, there was a portal that was out there with the IRS on the IRS website that allowed you to do what is called a zero tax return. Well, they've taken that portal down. They might put that portal, from my understanding, it may go back up around March or maybe April. But if you need your monies before that, then you would have to come into our office and file an actual tax return. Okay. You need to bring in all your income, such as your Social Security.
Does the stimulus check affect your tax return? Is that money that needs to be paid back to the IRS?
No.
Okay.
That's not money that need to be paid back to the IRS.
Okay. And
on the first stimulus, if you owe child support or whatever, then that money went to child support. But on the second stimulus, the $600 per person, that money will not be taken because of child support.
Okay.
Now, here is a catch to that. If you have to file your tax return
to get the
stimulus, there's a possibility that the IRS will take the money and pass it on to child support.
Okay.
That's a possibility.
All of it, the stimulus too, or just the tax return?
If you have a tax return that's $2,600 and you owe child support $3,000, then chances are the IRS is going to take the whole $2,600.
Okay.
We don't know that for a fact, but that's what we think is going to happen.
But student loans are still not taking payments out of the tax return.
As of right now, the student loans are not.
Okay.
The student loans are not, and the student loan payments have been pushed back, I think, till October. But there's a number that we can call and to confirm that the IRS is not going to take your money because of student loans.
Okay. That's amazing. Those some really. Did anybody have any questions? Nobody had any questions still? Okay. You got a little time to stick with me?
I do.
It's almost time to go, y'all. Y'all know what that means when it's time to go. Shouts out to Damari Wade on the beat again. Whenever y'all hear this song, that means that it's what the what time. What the what is just like, we take all of those funny, thought-provoking, not so funny, encouraging, not encouraging, just the things that we see on social media, and I repeat them here on the show and just talk just a little bit about them. So those of you who are watching who've never watched before, that is what the what is. And then so we'll get right into what the what.
Kanisha said what's in
She said, "What's what?
What's in the cut?
Who cut? I got lemonade in mine."
That's right. So y'all, what the what time is what the what time, and I'm going to read my first what the what. It says, "Baby, I got Amazon Prime, a real bank account, and an air fryer. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way." That's right. If you got an air fryer, producer, I can hear you cut now. Chill out now, producer. If you got an air fryer, you got Amazon Prime, you just can't be talking to me any kind of way. Because I can go in there and fry me some chicken and order me whatever I want to order me, and I ain't got to be worried about nobody talking to me crazy. Stop buying your kids what you never had and start teaching them what you never knew. The knowledge will last them far longer than anything that you can buy them. That is so true. The producer like that. I don't know why, because she buy her child everything she want. Dog, baby even got a dog and don't even like dogs. She over there with a $3,000 dog. The baby's scared of dogs. Oh, that producer crazy, ain't she? Stop buying your kids what you never had and start teaching them what you never knew. That's really important to teach your kids, to give them knowledge, to give them books. That's really, really important. I really like that. When I saw that, I said, man, because I said that had to be what my mom was doing, because I ain't getting nothing that I wanted. She must have just been giving me knowledge, showing me what was up. You know, like, this is what you're going to get. Side pieces be asking the dumbest questions. Why you look nervous? Because I'm not supposed to be with you. So this is a good one the way, y'all. It says, my wife was screaming at the TV. Don't go into church, you stupid bitch. I said, girl, what is you watching? And she said, our wedding video. I like it though. That was good. You didn't like that? That was good. Some men never saw their mother get loved and cared for. Forgive him if he does not know how to love you. That's really good. But always remember, ladies, you cannot raise a man. That man, you ain't gonna be able to help him or hope him or nothing. You can hope him, because you can hope he get right. You can hope he treats you right. You can hope he don't cheat on you, but you can't help him. You can hope him, but you can't help him. You can hope him.
Okay.
Yeah. Hope him along if you want to.
Okay.
You're going to need some hope. That's a good one. I liked that one. I overplayed my part with a lot of people. That's really good. Always remember to be yourself. Be you, be true, be authentic. Always be yourself. So that way, you know when people don't like you, so you can move around. And then you know when you're not welcome. You know when you're doing too much, because you'll always be yourself. You'll know when you step into the room, whether you own it or you disown it, because you have to be yourself. Don't overplay your part. Just do you. Be your best you. Don't overplay your part. Don't overstep your boundaries. Don't buy them things that you wouldn't buy yourself. We got to stop overplaying our part with people. That's really, really good. Once you mature, you realize that silence is more powerful than proving a point.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. That's really good stuff. My first lady at my church, she posted that. Ain't that good?
I agree.
That's real good first lady. She might want to be a preacher. That was good.
I don't know how to be quiet.
Listen. Understand this. I will never be the bigger person. I go low. I mean, you go low. I'm going to hell. Michelle Obama said something really powerful, really good. She said, "Well, they go low, you go high." Yeah, but I agree with Chelsea Lewis. If you go low, I'm going to hell, because it's on at that point. And I'm just playing, but that was a really good. The way it was really funny. I thought it was really funny. But if they go low, you go high. Always take the high road. Take the high road. Mm-hmm. A Facebook friend of mine announced his girlfriend was pregnant, right? Someone commented, "You're going to be a great father." The baby mama commented, "He ain't been one yet." The other baby mama commented that. Oh, this is a really good one. When I saw this, I almost took off running. Because they say you never, ever supposed to buy a person's shoes. You ever heard that? Mm-hmm. If you buy somebody's shoes, they'll walk out of your life. You never heard that?
I never heard that.
Every person that bought me shoes, I'm gone. They gone. Except my mama. My mama bought me some shoes, but I done walked across her porch too many times and said, "Bye, dog." This is a good one, though. You never heard that?
So,
it's an old saying. But just listen. Akila the B. Jackson, hey, Akila, she said, if you steal her man, steal her shoes too, because you're going to be walking in them one day. You can't be going out here stealing people's stuff and thinking something not going to happen to you. Corbin not going to come get you. You ain't going to lose your man to another woman. All that other stuff going to happen to you. That is true. You can't just be, if you steal her man, steal her shoes. Matter of fact, get the bathrobe while you at it. Get a few little trinkets, because girl, that's all you're going to have. You ain't gonna have a man. Ooh, that's good. That was good. I like that. Come on, Akila, girl. I don't know where she gonna come up with this stuff. Hear me clear. You can come back from anything. That's really, really true. You can come back from anything.
I believe that.
Absolutely anything. There is nothing that you cannot come back from except for death. When you die, people are always saying, YOLO, you only live once. No. You only die once. You're going to die. You can live all these days. You can go to sleep, wake up, and live again tomorrow. You're going to live a bunch of times. You die once. So stop doing stuff out of YOLO, because that ain't true, yo. You can't be doing that. This is the only generation I know that start wearing wigs at 15. This is so true. I seen a little 12-year-old girl. She had on, I heard for so long she was.
Oh, no, they're still wearing what they call those
ponytails.
Earlier than that.
Woo! It's different.
Braids.
This is a good one. I like this one. Brandon Johnson said that showing her you are a man of God and praying with her is something she will never forget. I really liked it. I just didn't agree with it. I think that if you're a man of God and that woman don't see that upon looking at you, that you have to go and physically, pray with her. That she should have saw the Jesus in you when she first saw you. Don't you think?
Everybody's not. No.
You don't think? I hope somebody see Jesus when they see me. I love the Lord. Call me fat if you want to. I ain't never met a man who did not eat rolls. Y'all remember that, big girls? And then also remember to go on over to curvysled.collection.com. That's curvy with 2 Y's, and get you something to match them curves. You won't even have to worry. This is my last what the what. And then this is one of my guest next week, Kimber. My next week guest is Kimber. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Kimber. She is amazing. She's a Dallas MUA, y'all. I'm telling you, she's absolutely beautiful, and her story is beautiful. And she gonna be here next week. We're gonna have some deep faces up in here next week, and it's gonna be going down. So this is from Kimber. She didn't post it. She shared it. So I don't want you in her business now. It says Lori Harvey is dating men in her league. We have no clue what goes on between them because dating doesn't equal sex. But for sure, we can say she drops one when it doesn't work and moves on to the next. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. If you don't like something, weigh your options. We're so used to toxic examples and thinking you have to fight to hold on to someone who's running you into the dirt. No, date and dead these niggas until you find one you want to keep. There's always more. Keep a variety, until somebody deserves a Grammy for playing their part with you. I wanted to read that because, it was real deep. I thought that was deep, and then a lot of times we really do that. We get into these situationships, these relationships, and we try to fight for them, and it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. And like she said, until somebody deserves a Grammy for playing the part, for treating you exactly how you want to be treated, for showing you the love and the concern that nobody else is showing you. When they played their part, when they played that part, when they deserve a Grammy with you, then that's when you found the one. Until then, I would recommend that you not fight so hard for things that are not going to last, for a long time. I thought that was really deep and really good. Y'all, it's time to go. It was an awesome show. I want to send a special shout out to my guests, Vonda Bailey Shaw and Mr. Reginald Marshall. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. It was really, you're the first guy to ever sit on the worst day of the week couch.
Really?
Yeah, first guy. I've never had a guy. It's always the ladies. I'm a ladies man.
Oh, okay.
Mama's boy. That's right. Debbie's son since 1984. It's going to be that way. Ooh, I think I live old as Matthew. It's going to be that way forever. It's that way forever. Debbie's son. And then, that man. Y'all, I'll see y'all next week. All right. Bye-bye. Take one down. The worst day of the week song all the way up.
Even on my worst days, nothing makes me smile more than hanging with my family. LOLs and good times. It's not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but the worst day of the week. Yeah. Worst day of the week. Worst day of the week. Yeah.